Good morning, good afternoon, o good evening, o anumang oras nyo napanood ang video ito. Welcome sa ating channel, Matuto Dapat, sapagkat ang kaalaman ay isang mahalagang kayamanan. Sa oras na ito, ipag-aralan natin ang t-test for two groups of sample. So, kailan natin pwedeng gamitin ang t-test? So, when the two samples are drawn from normally distributed population with the assumption that their variance are equal, the t-test will be used. And of course, the sample size is less than 30 for each group. So kapag hindi maabot ng 30 bawat group ang ating sample, din gagamit tayo ng t-test. Okay? And this is the formula in solving two samples using the t-test. So mayroon din namang parang medyo maliit na formula nito. Okay? And wherein the data sa ating formula, ang x bar is the sample mean. So, n natin ay the sample size. Ang s squared ay sample variance. Okay, subscript 1 is the first sample and subscript 2 refers to the second sample. Example 1. A researcher conducted a survey about the perception of the teachers and parents on school uniform. And the data is shown in table 1. So meron tayo dito table 1 and you have the data. Is there significant difference between the perception of the teachers and parents on the school uniform? So meron tayong scoring na ginawa, no? And yan po ang score nila. So there are 15 teachers and 15 parents, okay, participated on this study. Okay? So ang una natin gagawin ay total natin, no, lahat ng score na na-obtain natin from the teachers. Kaya total niyan ay 323. So ipag-plus lang po natin yan from 25 down to 24. Sunod, ipag-plus din natin ang lahat ng score ng parents, no, from 20 to 19. Total niyan ay 308. Ang sa teacher ay 323. Pagkatapos, we have to find the mean. Okay, ang mean ng teacher, ang atin pong formula is x bar 1 is equal to the summation of x sub 1 divided by n. Ang n natin ay 15. Ang summation ng x1 ay 323. So, ang total natin, ang mean natin ay 21.53. Sa atin namang parents, yung ating mean ay summation of x bar 2 equals summation of x sub 2 divided by n equals 308 over 15. And that is equal to 20.53. Okay? So, yun po ang pagkuha natin ng mean. No, sunod natin, ayan, nakuha na natin ang mean. Ang sunod natin kukunin is the deviation, the difference between the mean and the x. Okay? O yung sa score ng teacher. So, tapos, square natin. So, deviation square ang kukunin po natin. Unahin natin sa teacher. Okay. Na may formula tayo dyan. No? Sa teacher, you have x1 minus x bar sub 1, quantity square. Okay? So, sa teacher, unahin natin ang pagkuha ng deviation. So, ito yung formula, x sub 1 minus x bar 1 quantity square. So, respondent 1, so 25 yung score ni teacher minus 21.53 quantity squared. So, 25 minus 21.53 ay 3.47. So, okay lang magka-negative dyan ha. Pero, yan, since positive naman, so, okay lang din. So, 3.47 square ay 12.04. Ni-round off na po natin. Okay? So, lagay natin doon ay 12.04. Sa number 2, tuloy-tuloy lang po natin. 2.34. Sa number 3 ay 0.22. Sa number 4, 2.16. Tapos 6.10. 0.28. 2.34. 6.40. 12.46, 20.52, 0.22, 2.34, 12.04, 2.16, 6.10. Okay? At i-total po natin. Okay, kunin natin yung summation ng deviation sa teacher. Ang total niyan ay 87.72. Okay? Pagkatapos, kunin naman natin si parents. Okay? Ang deviation ng parents, yan. So, unang respondents ay 20 minus 20.53, yun yung mean no, na nasa ibabaw. And that is negative 0.53 square. Kapag square natin, so positive 0.28. Okay? So, lagay natin doon 0.28, and then 0.22, 6.10, 12.04. Yan, kinumpute po natin yan ha. Base yan po sa susunod. Tapos 21 minus 20.53 quantity squared, that is 0.22. Okay, sa 20, 0.28, 2.34, 6.40, 0.28, 0.22, 0.28, 2.16, 0.22, 2.34. Tapos i-total natin. Okay? So ang total niyan ay 35.72. So yan po ang pag-compute natin ha. So ngayon, may total na tayo ng deviation square ng parents at ng teacher. Okay? Sunod natin gagawin ay kukumputin naman natin ang variance. So the sample variance, ito ang formula niya. Okay, the sample variance ng teacher is equal to the summation of the deviation square, okay, divided by n minus 1. So, ang total po natin sa deviation square ng teacher ay 87.72 divided by 15 minus 1. So, ang sagot po natin dyan ay 6.27. Okay? So, meron ka ng sample mean ng teacher at meron na tayong sample variance para sa teacher. Dito naman din sa parents, okay? So, the same format ng formula. So, ang total po ng deviation square ng parents ay 35.72. And divided by 15 minus 1, since parehas lang naman sila, so 15 lang din. So, that is 2.55. Yun po yung ating variance. Okay? Tapos, ang sunod natin gagawin, ilalagay natin, i-plug in na po natin yung ating given doon po sa ating formula. Okay? So, ang x bar 1 ay 21.53 minus ang x bar 2, 20.53. Okay? And then, ang ating n1 ay 15 since there are 15 teachers minus 1, tapos the variance 6.27. Tapos sa parents, ganun din, 15 din kasi 15 parents din ang sumagot, minus 1 divide times the sample variance ng parents, okay, which is 2.55. All over 15 plus 15 minus 2, okay, times 1 over 15 plus 1 over 15. Okay, so ito na po ang magiging sagot. 15 minus 1, 14 na po yun. Times 6.27, that is 87.78. Yan po ay naka-round off na. Tapos 15 minus 1 again is 14 times 2.55, and that is 35.70. Okay? Divided by 28. 15 plus 15 minus 2 ay 28. Tapos, yung 1 over 15 plus 1 over 15 is 2 over 15. Okay? So kapag kukumpute natin using our calculator, ang ating t value ay 1.30. Okay? Yun po yung ating t value. Okay. Next target natin is to compute the degree of freedom. So ito po yung formula ng degree of freedom kapag 2 sample groups ang atin pong nakuha. Okay? So ang degree of freedom ay 28 since 15 plus 15 minus 2. Okay? Sunod natin gagawin, we have to find the critical value, CV, of using the table of values for t-test. Okay? So, paano natin siya i-locate doon? The critical value at degrees of freedom 28, two-tailed test. Ang gagamitin natin, two-tailed test, ha? Kasi, yun po pinaka-common natin, mas madali nating makuha. Kasi una, hindi po natin alam kung aling perception ang lamang, no? Kasi pwedeng magkaiba po sila, pwedeng magkaparehas, pwede rin namang lamang si teacher o pwedeng lamang naman si parents, no? So, para mas malinaw, two-tailed test ang gagamitin. Ibig sabihin, the rejection area ay dalawang side, no? O dalawang tail ng ating graph. Okay? 5% level of significance, yun po ang gagamitin natin. So commonly, is halos lahat ng test naman kapag research ay 5% ang ginagamit. No? Lalo na kapag mga social science, yung mga kinukompute natin. So ang atin pong critical value ay 2.048. Okay, saan po natin nakukuha? Ito po yung test value, t-test value na critical value natin. Kita natin, ayan po yan, mayroong ito po, no, the level of significance. Okay, tapos makita po natin dito, one tail at saka two tail. So since two tail po tayo, hinahanapin po natin si 5%. Ito po, 0.05. Okay, ayan po, nakita natin, 0.05 yung two tail, tapos 0.025 yung one tail. Okay, tapos degrees of freedom pababa po tayo. Dito bandang first column natin, degree na yan, nakalagay DF. Tapos hanapin po natin yung 28. So ayan po, so nakita po natin na intersection between 28 at saka 0.05 na two-tailed ay ayan, 2.048. Yan, yun po yung critical value natin, no? So, ganun po ang pagkuha natin, no? So, ang critical value 2.048. So, ang sunod natin gawin, you have to compare the test value TV to the critical value CV. So, ang test value natin kanina ng t-test ay 1.30 versus the critical value equals 2.048. So, ang decision rule, if the test value is less than the critical value, TV less than CV, it means fail to reject the null hypothesis. If the test value is greater than the critical value, TV greater than CV, reject the null hypothesis and make a conclusion out of the result of comparison. So, on that, ang atin pong test value equals 1.30, so less than sa critical value na 2.048. So therefore, fail to reject the null hypothesis. Okay? So ang ating, balikan natin, ito po yung ating problem kanina. Ang tanong dyan, is there significant difference between the perception of the teachers and parents on the school? So kapag gagawa tayo, mag-formulate tayo ng null hypothesis, ang null hypothesis natin, there is no significant difference, okay, between the teachers, the perception of the teachers and the parents on the school uniform. Laging ano na, there is no, kasi null po ang ating ilalagay. So, there is no. So, dahil na-reject natin, ito po ang maging sagot natin. Hindi po natin pala na-reject, sorry. Since hindi po na-reject, so ibig sabihin, we have to accept the null hypothesis and we fail to reject, no? So, there is no significant difference between the perception of the teachers and the parents on the school uniform. Okay? So, meaning, the perception of the teachers and the parents regarding the school uniform is the same. So, parehas po sila ng perception. Okay? Base po sa ating test comparison na ginawa. Okay? So, ganun po kapag nag-interpret tayo gamit ang t-test method. Okay? So, now, this is your assignment, this is your activity to answer. No? As a researcher conducted a survey in the daily allowance of the grade 12 GAS and the grade 12 ICT students. The data is shown in the table 2. So nakalagay dan, the daily allowance of the students. Is there significant difference between the daily allowance of grade 12 GAS and ICT students? So yun po yun, yun po ang sasagutan ninyo. Ito po yung ating assignment 2. A researcher conducted a research about his teaching method. He used board chalk discussion and with ICT integration. So the data is shown in table 3. Okay? Tanong, is there significant difference between the two methods? Ayan, method 1 and then the method 2. Using the score, no? Siguro nagpa-test siya. Different methods ang ginamit, pero isang survey questionnaire ang ginamit pag nung isang test method, isang questionnaire lang ang ginamit, no? And this is the score obtained by the students. Okay? So, there are 17 students, okay, participated on this survey. Okay? So, yun po yung assignment niyo. So, yun lang. Maraming salamat. Nawa'y pagpalain kayo ng Panginoon. At nawa, huwag kalimutan i-share, mag-subscribe, like ang ating pong video ito. God bless sa ating lahat.